At UFC London yesterday, Movsar Evloev defeated Lerone Murphy via majority decision. However, many people disagreed and thought it was a draw or gave it to Murphy. Afterwards, Murphy wrote, "Just watch the fight back," with a grinning face with sweat emoji. Congrats to Evloev either way. Jean Silva reacted to the fight with a sleeping emoji, and Diego Lopez also reacted with a yawning emoji. Here's what the champ Alexander Volkanovski had to say about the fight.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. You know, you all touched on that. I don't think we all expected Movsar to just want to stand with Lerone. Whether that was something that he felt he had to do just so you know, he could guarantee himself a title shot, I'm not too sure, but you could see that he was a lot stronger when he wanted to take it down, and then was able to outdo him on the feet. So for me, it's quite impressive. To be honest. So fair play to him. He's 20-0 now, and I guess he's next.
Dana White says it's possible Movsar Evloev gets the next featherweight title shot. Evloev responded by thanking Dana, but says that Dana used to hate him.
But with him winning somebody like Murphy, who put away Pico in such a fashion, there's probably no question that he's the next one for Volkanovski, yes?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, again, you know, I'm not even thinking about that. The fight just ended. But yeah, obviously he's in a great position.
Dana White was here earlier and he said that potentially you are the next matchup for the champ Volkanovski. Do you feel good about him saying stuff like that?
Thank you, Uncle Dana, for saying this, because before you like only hate me, like saying hate to me. But still, it's just potential. We'll see what happens. I'm ready for the title, or just give me another debut guy.
Michael Bisping believes Lerone Murphy versus Movsar Evloev should have been scored a draw, or even a win for Murphy.
The rounds were close, but as I was watching it, I thought Lerone Murphy won 1, 2, and 3. Call me biased, because everyone does anyway, but I thought it was pretty evident. Because what did Movsar do in rounds 1, 2, and 3? He didn't really land anything of particular consequence. Lerone landed more shots. Yes, they weren't earth-shattering shots. They didn't wobble him or stumble him, but he certainly landed more. And then, of course, rounds 4 and 5, Movsar went to work, put a beat down on him. They were very, very tough rounds for Lerone, and Movsar looked outstanding. But there was a point deduction in round 4. So I don't understand how we didn't get a draw, or Lerone was still the victor.
After UFC London, Arman Tsarukyan expressed interest in moving down to the featherweight division. He wrote, "I'm next." He followed up with UFC fans, "Is it time for me to save the featherweight division?" Dana White discusses the possibility of Jean Silva receiving the next featherweight title shot.
Jean Silva said that he was here no matter what was going to happen in the main event today. He was signing to fight Volkanovski next for the title. Is there any truth to that?
We'll have to see. When we announce it, then you'll know it's true.
Dana White totally shut down the idea of UFC fighters crossing over and competing in Zuffa boxing.
Like the likes of Sean O'Malley, Topuria, Pereira. You wouldn't be interested in promoting those fights?
No way in hell. The crossover fights suck.
Even like Pereira was rumored to go and get big money against Alexander Usyk. Would you not see the financial benefits in promoting that?
That's not what we do. It's just not what we do.
But sure,
I want to see the best fighters in the world fight the best fighters in the world. I mean, I'd like to see Jai Opetaia fight Usyk.
I understand what you're saying, but from a business perspective, if then Pereira tries to get off,
there's other networks and other people that do that. It's not what I do.
Fair enough.
It's just not what I do. I did it once. And
it was amazing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was amazing. It was financially unbelievable. But how many times can you keep fooling people with that? You know, I run a business that every Saturday, basically, I put on fights, right? And we try to put on the best fights with the best fighters in the world. And you hope that the people that came to London, got hotel rooms, bought tickets, and spent all this money to come here, and the people who stayed home on a Saturday got what they were hoping for. You hope you deliver, and what I hope to deliver on Saturdays is as many holy moments as possible. And you don't get that from the crossover fights.
Alexander Volkanovski tried to surprise random fans by calling them on FaceTime, but most of them didn't answer.
I'm going to make a call to prize someone. We've been doing a cooking with Volka, whoever bought merch. I've done some calls. We're going to call him, so I'm going to call him on FaceTime. So let's do that. Oh, I don't know if he's answering. Oh, man, obviously it's a private number.
G'day, you've reached Trent's phone.
Ooh. Do I try one more time? I'll try one more time. But Trent, you can see I tried. Called you twice. You might be like, oh, this private number's calling me twice. It might be important.
G'day, you've reached Trent's phone.
All right, next one. Sorry, brother. Thomas McLean.
The person you are calling is...
Oh, next one. Jordan Williams. This is my third try.
Hello.
Hello, Jordan Williams.
Yeah, speaking.
Is there any chance I can FaceTime you? What's that, sorry?
Give me 1 second.
You can hear me, right? It's not breaking up, is it? There we go. What's happening?
Not much, mate.
Do you remember purchasing some cook?
Yeah, the other day.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's because we end up putting a thing out there saying if you purchase it.
Arman Tsarukyan ran into IShowSpeed and had to check his grappling.
Relax.
Despite losing by unanimous decision, Max Holloway received his jiu-jitsu black belt after the Charles Oliveira fight.
I never once said that we would win. We never once said that we would teach you to become champ. But we did say that jiu-jitsu would help save your ass. We teach you how to survive.
No, change your life.
Yes, sir. No other. You couldn't bring the BMF belt tonight. But we have another belt that we can get you.
That's a deserving one, bro.
Thank you.
That's a deserving one.
No matter. Doesn't matter. It's not about.
Yep.
It's not about that.
Yep.
Never about.
But you escaped back in November. Love this side of you. Thank you. Hey, you better do this though. You know? Thank you, guys. Thank you. You're freaking amazing. Look at that. Nobody don't survive that guy you did with.
Thanks so much, bro.
The ship inside the ring. Yep. Inside and outside, man. That's the most important. Man, be pissed.
Tom Aspinall says after eye surgery he can't take punches for 4 months. Since he can't properly train or spar for that long, his return date remains unclear.
So for the first day I couldn't see anything.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I was blind. I literally thought I was blinded. It was awful. And then it's just started to come back slowly, and then I got stuck with like a black spot on my eye, where it was just like black in my vision. But that's what the last surgery was for, to try and sort that. So that's going less and less every day now, which is great.
Oh, that's good.
But I just can't get punched for a while, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
How long for? What did they say?
About 4 months without getting punched, which is quite a long time for me. It's the longest I've not been punched for.
What, you used to getting punched like every other day?
Well, you've got to be careful though. You don't want to be getting punched every day, because then your brain's going to end up like mush. Yeah, I don't want that.
Michael Venom Page defeated Sam Patterson via unanimous decision. MVP and Patterson landed just 39 significant strikes in 15 minutes. Dana White left in the middle of the fight, and MVP didn't even get an octagon interview. At the post-fight press conference, Dana said, I didn't think it was a great fight either. It was a bad fight. I don't know. He won, so we'll see what's next. Joe Rogan wasn't impressed with the fight. Joe said it's interesting that they didn't think of this when they booked this fight. They didn't think these guys are training partners. This might be a stinker. Maybe it's like you can't get anybody to fight Venom Page in London. That might be a problem too. It might have been a bunch of dudes said no, and Patterson was like, let's go. This might be the least action of any fight ever, next to Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou. This is crazy bad. That's a crazy bad fight. That's a crazy matchup. It's literally the last guy you want to fight a style like that. Someone who understands it. It's the last thing you want. Don't you want excitement? Don't you want as real as it gets? Don't you want just bleed? I bet it was one of those things where there's not a lot of guys lining up to take that fight because he makes you look so stupid. But this dude is like, I've been in there with him 100 rounds. I know how to fight it. It's a big advantage, man. Giant advantage, knowing what that distance and speed is like. I think it's bad for him. It's not good. But also here's the problem. Now people know how to fight him. People are going to watch that and go, oh, just don't engage. Make him engage. Here's what MVP had to say after the fight.
It's frustrating. It's not a win. It's not the kind of win I wanted. But it's getting more and more difficult when it's like nobody really wants to engage. Everyone's on the back foot. I feel like it's easy to, or it's difficult. It's actually more difficult to fight someone that doesn't want to fight than fight someone difficult that wants to fight. I don't know. So, but you know what? Again, I still respect him. He's smart because we've trained together before, so he knew how to more frustrate me by not wanting to engage. And I know he's going to go on to do some good things, man. So for me, it's about looking for the next opponent, you know? Yeah, it's just very disappointing from my own performance. I always expect more from myself. I felt in great shape coming into this, obviously having to make the big cut. To get there and do that, it's not good enough. I'm dealing with someone that obviously familiar, we know that. We had conversations about us training together, but then he also didn't want to engage in any way. It's not that he was familiar in terms of he knows where I'm dangerous and he then wants to try and figure out an answer to that and, you know, come and try and get that win. It was more a case of he knows where I'm dangerous, so let's just avoid all of that. And I don't know, I kind of don't even know what else he was trying to go with, you know, without engaging. So yeah, and then like I said, less about him, it was more about not pulling the trigger on my side and doing a bit more to try and get something.
Earlier this week, Jon Jones claimed the UFC offered him $15 million to fight Alex Pereira on the White House card. Jon said was ready, willing, and physically able to step in. I was willing to take substantially less than the Aspinall ask, but they wouldn't budge $1 over $15 million. I felt like our fight was worth more. Dana White responded to Jon at the UFC London post-fight press conference and doubles down that Jon was never going to fight on the card regardless.
I saw him tweet today that talking about the White House card and how he wasn't offered $1 over $15 million and how he felt that the fight was worth more. So I just wanted to get your response to that, essentially.
Jon Jones was never fighting on the White House card. How many times I gotta say this? He was never fighting on the White House card. I literally have done two press conferences talking about this. These guys went out, found everything that they thought was available and possible, and then I picked the fights. There's no way in hell I was putting him on the card, no matter what the money was. Jon Jones was never going to fight on the White House card.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Feliciano9166. It says, dude, how is Jean Silva even in the conversation for a title shot? The second one's from Mad Brew Peace. It says, Bilal complaining about trash talk is hilarious. Mr. Canelo hands, with a clown emoji. And the final one's from Bruce Bowles. It says, how the f does Jean Silva deserve a title shot next? Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.